ready for Apex Mobile? Howdy legends, my name is Zephyr, and in today's video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the game. But before we do that, let's take a look at our question of the day. Did you actively follow the development of Apex Mobile? And if so, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. First off, if you haven't heard, the game is absolutely free. You don't have to pay a dime to play it. But as you're familiar with the PC version, you're able to buy cosmetics in an in-game shop. As per usual, if you want to look good, you have to open up the wallet a tiny bit, so nothing too unusual so far. Next to that, you'll be able to also unlock a Battle Pass and a Premium Plus Battle Pass that offers more levels, XP, and obviously some rewards. The game was only exclusively built up for mobile from the ground up. What about the available legends upon launch? For that, you'll be able to play at least the following legends: Bloodhound, Octane, Gibraltar, Pathfinder, Wraith, Bangalore, Caustic, Lifeline, and Mirage. And EA, they got us something special though. We're getting an exclusive Apex Legends mobile legend called Fade. And here's the ability rundown. This legend's passive ability is called Slipstream. At the end of every slide, Fade gains a short burst of movement speed. Sounds great for outmaneuvering enemies within close quarters or even just getting some distance. Similar to the theme of distance is the tactical ability Flashback. Upon activating it, Fade step back to where they were a moment ago in the void. So you're allowed to push pedal to the metal and dip in an instant when you can't get the job done. Sounds like an upgraded version of Wraith for that specific purpose. Finally, Fade's ultimate is called Phase Chamber. Upon using it, it releases a phase cage that sends every legend within range into the void. And I'll be honest, I can only begin to imagine what that does. Fade sounds incredibly promising, so let's see what they're able to do. Now, if you haven't checked out Season 13 of the base game, you're probably still missing this lovely gun. The Spitfire says hello and is up for grabs in Apex Mobile as well. This massive gun tears squads apart. So make sure to pick it up off the floor, slap a purple mag onto it, and have like 60 bullets in your magazine. After that, all you have to do is spray and pray. With that much ammo, you won't be able to miss a kill, and I guarantee it that. On the same line of thought, if you've been a fan of Apex, you'll also gain access to the following weapons: the Kraber 50 for your need to snipe and take down enemies from afar, the R301 as your loyal companion for anything mid-range to close range, and as expected, the legendary Wingman that'll allow you to run and gun like an absolute madman. Here's the full list of weapons. Next to some of those lovely guns, we also will have crafting stations in the game, so apparently we're combining the best of both worlds. Following up is a very important question to tackle. Will you be able to play with your friends? Yes, you absolutely can. You'll be able to team up with at least 2 premates or just random people in matchmaking, so the choice is yours. But let's talk about the ranked format. Up to 20 squads consisting of 3 players each will enter the arena. Naturally, the early game's going to be chaotic as it's still a new game. Many new players among veterans are going to join in, and you'll need to be ready for an all-out war at any POI. If you're wondering what kind of POIs you're going to see, you might be in for a surprise. Map-wise, we are given the classic World's Edge and Kings Canyon to play on. So I hope that you're ready to permanently third-party everyone, as this'll happen constantly. For those maps, we do get the typical ranked play mode, but there's something else in store for us. Yet another mobile exclusive. This time, we have an exclusive game mode. Rumors have it there is supposed to be a team deathmatch, but at this point of recording, nothing is 100% concrete yet. Among the team deathmatch, we're given the option of playing in a mini battle royale and 3v3 arenas, so gear up and let's roll. For those wondering about crossplay, you can rest at ease. You will not have to play with the PC or console versions, hence it is built from the ground up. However, there's something that you need to know. You can actually connect a controller to your device to play Apex Mobile. Yes, you heard it right. You can play with a controller. Okay, but before you go crazy with fear or anything along those lines, a pure mobile player without a controller won't be matched against a controller player. So let's hope we can trust this statement, or else I promise you, some of y'all will be in for a bad time. Now let's move over the probably most important part, the settings. Let's talk about aim assist and what it does. Of course, it helps you direct you to your target and has a short range and doesn't lock, but it makes your job a bit easier if you want it. Another setting you'll need to have a look at is the FOV settings. Make sure to turn it up all you can so you can see the most content. A setting that has been practically designed for me, of course, is the joystick triggering auto run. Whenever enabled, this button will pop up and lock your character into automatically running in one direction. Next comes yet another convenient setting, the auto open chest feature. Enable it to enjoy wasting no time. And if you struggle with screen shake, make sure to watch out for the tactical screen shake feature. Just disable it, as it's probably only going to confuse you. To make ziplining a bit easier, you can choose to have two separate buttons to use a zipline. You can either go up or down. But the important part here is the fact that if you choose to have only one button, you are forced to adjust your view to go either up or down. But man, you can even have indicators that exactly tell you if you'd be going up or down. The settings in this game are so detailed. And those of you who fear any kind of performance issues, the game will automatically check your phone and will suggest the best possible mode to run the game in. Alternatively, you can choose between image quality and frame rate control, but if you do it manually, it's usually not that optimal. There are so many more settings, I think it's best for you to explore them and get comfortable with them all, but make sure to check out these sensitivity settings. Those are the ones you surely don't want to miss. With the settings out of the way, it's time to present you with a few beginner's tips. It's a new game, so you'll have many new players. Make sure that you stick together as a team, or at least don't get too far apart. Choose one POI to land in and don't go far away from each other. You want to be able to immediately help your squad mates if something goes south. The next habit you have to get used to is playing for high ground. Whenever you enter a fight or maneuver around the map and you're given the option to be on top of a building, make sure to use that. Being able to shoot people from above, especially when they're stuck in the open, makes it so much easier. That counts for both offensive and defensive actions, as it directly translates into the next important thing. You need to use cover. While fighting, you don't want to completely expose your entire character model. Rather than doing so, hide behind a corner or peek from a box with your head. Whatever you do in this regard, just never fully expose your body unless you like being shot or want to play bait. While running around, you should never just run around. Add in slides to the mix and some random movement. Don't appear too predictable, else you'll meet your end sooner than later thanks to either a Kraber or maybe just some other gun or squad that sets their sights on you. And setting your sights on the enemy is something you also need to get rid of, at least in close quarters. Rather than zooming in to hopefully hit a few shots, just use the hipfire and adjust your aim accordingly. It's easier this way, and you'll have far more impact in a fight than the other way around. The next tip is maybe a bit boring, but very important regardless. Always shield up first. It's faster and easier to do than popping a medkit or cycling syringe after syringe. At least, that part goes for in fight situations. Outside of a fight, I urge you to always full heal and shield up. The reason for this is simple. You don't know what comes next, and if you lose due to lacking 10 HP, you're gonna mauled for the rest of the day. Last but not least, you also have to get familiar with the pinging system. Communication is key when it comes to Apex, and on the PC variant, everything is done either in-game voice or pinging. Whichever method you end up choosing for whatever reason, just make sure to constantly feed information towards your teammates. Doing so will increase the likelihood of them also contributing. I've been Zephyr, and I thank you for watching. And if you like the content, check out ProGuides.com and leave a like and subscribe to the channel.